So is anyone starting to get a little worried that we haven't heard a single peep about FM26? Yeah, me too. So to continue, we're just going to go straight into the FM24 tactics that we've always been covering until we see something at least. Yeah, I know that intro had nothing to do with the tactic itself, but I really want to know what's happening with FM26. Nobody's saying a word that I've seen, but today we are going to cover a tactic called the 4-2-3-1 SABA. It was tested with Manchester United, bringing them up to first place, getting 5 losses, 91 points, 122 goals. Let's see if our Liverpool team can beat that. But it is a 4-2-3-1. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. But let's just dive in a holiday sim with our 3 teams, again, of Liverpool. Aston Villa's in there as well as our championship side of Ipswich Town. So let's just dive in and see how it worked. Well, the Premier League. Liverpool crushing that 91-point tally of Manchester United in the testers save. Unfortunately, not getting the 122 goals. We've only got 114. Aston Villa in 6th with only 63 points and 65 goals. Something happened there. Liverpool's domestic cup run going all the way to the Carabao Cup final, winning in extra time over Arsenal 1-0. Unfortunately, though, they get to the FA Cup final but lose out to Man City 1-2. But trophy number 3 does come in the Europa League, 4-1 thrashing over Feyenoord. So all in all, 3 trophies and a runner-up. I would still take it. It's looking like a pretty good season. But squad-wise, we have about average in the green department, though, interestingly enough. But goals, 33 for Nunez, 29 for Salah, 26 for Jota, 21 for Szoboszlai, a nice spread. 32 assists for Trent, 23 for Andrew Robertson, average rating Salah with a 7.48. Domestically for Aston Villa, out in the Carabao Cup 4th round, 4-2 against Fulham. And out in the FA Cup 5th round against Man City, 0-1. But they do pick up a trophy this season, having a fantastic run in the Europa Conference League, getting to the final, and having a 6-0 blowout against Olympiacos. So yeah, that one trophy is phenomenal. Everything, I guess quarterfinals is okay, but FA Cup, Premier League, not the greatest. Squad-wise, yeah, a little bit higher than average. Thereabouts, not too much. 36 goals for Ollie Watkins, 15 for Diaby, that's quite the distance. 13 assists for Jacob Ramsey, 11 for Matty Cash and Luis, and then average rating Moussa Diaby with a 7.18. Data Hub for Liverpool, it looks fairly average on both, attacking through and through. Defensive pieces are there, but yeah, 3 flat goals per game is definitely nice. It's actually probably a little higher than average, but 0.87 conceded, 0.95 XG against. Aston Villa looking very average on both, except for the goals are a real dip. Interesting. But goals per game only 1.71. 1.24 conceded, 1.1 XG against is actually pretty good. But that 1.71 hurts. Premier League stats. Liverpool with 2.61 points per game. Aston Villa with 1.66. Wow, that's low. At least for Aston Villa. Most goals, though, Liverpool in first with 114, well above Man City. Aston Villa in 6th with only 65. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in 2nd with 281. Villa with 342. Most possession, Liverpool making the list with 53%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool making the list only with 657. And then most shots for first and second, 728. Aston Villa coming back with 581. But now when it's average on the Premier League side, Ipswich Town kind of favors one or the other, not kind of in the middle. How did they go this time around? Yeah, they favored Liverpool, no question about it. 103 points, 116 goals. Definitely not through the roof. We've seen a lot higher, but still very well done. And about average on the domestic cup front. Out in the Carabao Cup 4th round, 1-2 over against Newcastle, and the FA Cup 5th round, 1-2 against Manchester United. So overall, yeah, the championship is definitely where they had all their eggs, and it worked. An average, it's an average tactic for Ipswich Town, it seems, at least in the results. 13 goals for Connor Chaplin. Yildiz comes in with 11. Assist 24 for Leif Davis. That dude is a beast, but 7.43 for Leif Davis average rating. So if anything, these tactic costs for Ipswich Town really just tell you to pick up Yildiz or Fabian Reeder. They do really well. Championship stats, 2.24 points per game for Ipswich in first. Most goals in first with 116. Fewest shots against in third with 352. Most dribbles made in 6th with 764. They do make the most tackles won list in 6th with 1026. And most shots for in first with 723. So it's got the defense and the offense with it. So now comes a time where we talk about the tactic itself, going a little bit in depth. The sweeper keeper in defend is where we start. Fullbacks on the left and the right in attack with ball-playing defenders in the central spots. 2 DMs in support, 2 inside forwards in support. They do have the mark-specific positions. It is that DRDL with an enganche in support in the middle. Interesting, we don't see that a lot. Advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession attacking with his narrow approach play. You got the focus played on the left and the right. Passing directness is shorter. Tempo is higher. Low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So overall, how did it do for our three teams? Definitely more on the average side. They did all fantastic. I mean, at least Liverpool and Ipswich Town. 103 points, 116 goals is definitely kind of on the average mark. But first place, automatic promotion, of course you're going to do well. Liverpool, 99 points is through the roof. Only the 3 losses, 114 goals. We've seen higher, but still, this is very nicely done. Aston Villa having some issues. I did take a look at Aston Villa's medical center, and it did say Tyrone Mings and Buendia did have major injuries that pretty much kept them throughout the entire season. But 63 points, 65 goals is tough. Now, again, as I always say, if you take control of this, do your own training transfers, things like that, you're going to do a lot better here than these holiday sims do. But all in all, you need to work on Aston Villa a little bit more, get some serious firepower in there and see what you can do. But overall, yeah, it seemed to be okay. How'd it work for you? Did you test it out? Let us know in the comments below. But I am Savvy FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.